You are now going to be rolling a coil. A coil is simply a long, thin tube of clay. And you want that coil to be the thickness of your finger all the way from end to end. So it's very uniform, okay? I'm not measuring it this way. That's not helpful, but this way. So the thickness of your finger, okay? Now, this is also a coil, okay? It's not a very good coil. See how it goes from being very thick to thin to really thick to thin to really thin? That's not going to work very well. When we use it in our project, oh, it probably will even break apart before you get it there. But when we place it on top of it to do our coiling, and I start to wrap it around, see how it just goes from thin to thick, and it just does not look very great, and it's difficult to work with. So when you're rolling your coil, you want that coil to be very uniform, and we're shooting for the thickness of your finger, okay? So you're going to get a hunk of clay. The first thing you want to do is kind of squeeze it just a few times to compact it, but do it quickly so the clay doesn't dry out, and then give it some pat-pat turns. Okay, that just helps to round out bulging sides, okay? And then you can begin rolling it. So I'm going to take my hand and I'm just going to roll it back and forth, okay? Leaning over it, pressing it down. Now, do you hear that? For some reason, the clay always flattens out and does this. See how it's flat? The trick is to set it so the skinny side is on the bottom, and then you're going to press straight down. So I'm going to take my hand and press down so that the end looks like a square. Once I have that square, I can begin rolling again, okay? Listen to that. That happens many times. So it's flattened out again. I'm going to set it so the skinny side is on the bottom, and I press straight down. This time I need to use two hands, but I'm going to press straight down, and then I can begin rolling again, okay? This time I'm rolling with two hands, and as you do so, stop every now and then and check to see that it's the thickness of your finger. This is a bit too thick still, okay? So I need to keep rolling and roll slowly. And notice I'm not staying in the same spot. I'm rolling in other places because I can feel that some places are a little bit thicker than others. I can see it right here to here. So I'm going to roll on just those places, okay? And I should stop now and check. Oh, I'm getting really close, aren't I? This is getting really close too. Okay, so I'm going to roll, and I'm just going to do those spots where it just seems to be a little bit too thick there. So here, this one, it is the thickness of my pointer finger. Okay, so I'm going to have you roll that coil so it is the thickness of your pointer finger, and you're trying to get the same thickness from end to end. If you accidentally get it too thin, just pat it back into a ball. Do that process, but try and work quickly so your clay doesn't dry out.